Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into some exciting updates from Hong Kong and beyond. First up, Chief Executive John Lee is gearing up to deliver his fourth policy address, focusing on deepening reforms, boosting the economy, and supporting local industries. With less than 2 years left in his term, this speech is key to outlining his plans for innovation, new industries, and safeguarding employment. It's a crucial moment for Hong Kong's future. Next, Tai Po's football star James Temelkovski is warning opponents to prepare for chaos. He's confident that Tai Po's attacking style, combined with Hong Kong's challenging weather and surface conditions, will surprise Macarthur in their AFC Champions League clash. Temelkovski's experience and passion are sure to make this a match to remember, especially with his personal connection to the Australian team. Finally, Hong Kong stocks are soaring to a 4-year high, driven by tech giants like Baidu, Alibaba, and JD.com. Investors are optimistic about upcoming US-China talks and the Federal Reserve's rate decision, fueling confidence in the market's future. This surge reflects Hong Kong's growing role as a tech hub and its strategic importance in global finance. Please continue to watch for more detailed insights. The South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong's chief executive John Lee is preparing to deliver his fourth policy address, a pivotal moment as he aims to chart a course for economic revival amid ongoing transformation. Lee's blueprint emphasizes deepening reforms, fostering new industries, and leveraging Hong Kong's strengths to bolster the economy and improve livelihoods. With less than 2 years remaining in his term, Lee faces the urgent task of supporting small and medium-sized enterprises struggling in a sluggish economy, while also safeguarding opportunities for local workers against imported labor. The address is expected to focus on fast-tracking innovation and new industries, with Lee's strategic vision aimed at invigorating the city's economic landscape and maintaining its competitive edge. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post details the excitement surrounding Tai Po's upcoming AFC Champions League match against Macarthur, highlighting the fierce preparations and strategic insights brought by Australian coach James Temelkovski. The Hong Kong team plans to create chaos on the field, with Temelkovski warning that their attacking style, combined with the challenging conditions of Hong Kong's natural grass and the heat, will test their Australian opponents' resilience. Temelkovski's insights reveal a team eager to seize its continental moment after a hiatus since 2020, emphasizing their offensive threats and determination to make an impression. He also reflects on the league's growing strength, underscoring the importance of these international fixtures for Hong Kong football's rising profile and the players' ambitions to showcase their talent on a larger stage. In the financial realm, the South China Morning Post highlights a buoyant Hong Kong stock market driven by technology giants such as Baidu, JD.com, and Alibaba, which surged as investors awaited the Federal Reserve's upcoming rate decision and key US-China talks. The Hang Seng Index approached a 4-year high, buoyed by optimism over China's strategic moves, including the tentative framework to transfer TikTok's U.S. assets back to Chinese ownership, a sign of improving U.S.-China relations. Notably, Chinese tech firms like Baidu and JD.com saw significant gains, reflecting investor confidence in the tech sector's resilience amid global economic uncertainties. This bullish sentiment is further supported by the debut of 160 Health International and a potential IPO by China's Chery Automobile, illustrating a vibrant market environment and hopes for sustained growth in the region's economic outlook. Nikkei Asia vividly captures the ambitious journey of Chery Automobile, a powerhouse in China's automotive landscape, as it prepares to list on the Hong Kong exchange with a substantial $1.2 billion raise. The company's offering of nearly 300 million shares at a competitive price underscores its confidence and strategic vision, particularly its focus on expanding the new energy vehicle (NEV) segment, an area poised for exponential growth in China. With plans to introduce over 8 NEV models by late 2025, Chery is not only bolstering its domestic dominance but also intensifying its overseas footprint, especially in Southeast Asia, where its market share is rapidly expanding. Despite geopolitical tensions and tariffs in Europe and the US, Chery maintains that its operations remain largely unaffected, emphasizing its revenue streams from China and select export markets like Russia, where it is scaling back due to sanctions. The backing of cornerstone investors such as Hillhouse and Greenwood's Asset Management highlights strong confidence in its future, as the company continues to build on its legacy as China's leading car exporter and a rising domestic brand post-BYD. South China Morning Post transports readers into the enchanting world of haute parfumerie through the story of Henry Jacques, a family-owned fragrance house that epitomizes patience, craftsmanship, and exclusivity. Founded in 1975 near the perfumed heart of France, Grasse, Henry Jacques embodies a slow, artisanal approach that stands in stark contrast to mass production. The house's dedication to rarity is exemplified by its meticulous cultivation of centifolia roses on organic land in La Motte, near Saint-Tropez, a process that takes years and consumes vast amounts of roses to produce a single kilo of precious extract. Each perfume is a masterpiece, handcrafted with reverence for tradition, from the hand-harvested ingredients to the bespoke bottle designs by Christophe Tollemer. Today, Henry Jacques offers a curated selection of limited-edition fragrances, including city-specific scents, but remains committed to authenticity and natural rhythms, elevating luxury to an art form rooted in nature, craftsmanship, and exclusivity. Vacheron Constantine's latest release, as detailed by South China Morning Post, showcases the brand's mastery of horological complexity through the new overseas perpetual calendar ultra-thin models. These watches exemplify the pinnacle of mechanical ingenuity, tackling the intricate challenge of perpetual calendars that must accurately account for varying month lengths and leap years over centuries. The 2016 debut of this ultra-slim collection marked a significant milestone, blending sporty elegance with technical prowess. The 2025 iteration introduces two stunning versions, one in pink gold with a matching dial and a blue accents, and the other in white gold with a burgundy lacquer dial, each featuring the self-winding caliber 1120 QP1 movement, only 4.05 mm thick. The watch's refined design includes interchangeable straps, offering versatility without compromising style. With an elegant 41.5 mm case and a mere 8.1 mm thickness, these timepieces are a testament to Vacheron Constantine's dedication to precision, aesthetics, and innovation, reaffirming its status as a master of haute horlogerie. South China Morning Post highlights Hong Kong's strategic potential in shaping China's global AI diplomacy, suggesting that the city could serve as a vital co-host alongside Shanghai for the proposed World Artificial Intelligence Cooperation Organization. While Shanghai boasts an impressive ecosystem of over 1,100 AI companies, a billion-yuan development fund, and explicit political backing from President Xi Jinping, Hong Kong offers a unique blend of international credibility, legal transparency, and a thriving AI community with over 500 startups. This dual approach, leveraging Shanghai's technological prowess and Hong Kong's global financial and diplomatic standing, could forge a governance model that balances China's ambitions with Western trust, especially amid international skepticism about China's intentions. The article advocates for immediate high-level cooperation and strategic positioning to ensure Hong Kong's role in influencing global AI standards, emphasizing that a collaborative, dual-city framework would be more effective than competition, ultimately advancing China's multilateral engagement and Hong Kong's long-term leadership in AI governance. Malaysian comedian Nigel Ng's wedding story, as recounted by South China Morning Post, is a delightful blend of cultural richness and personal romance. Ng, famous for his Uncle Roger persona, married his best friend Sabrina Ahmed in a picturesque ceremony in Sintra, Portugal, after a serendipitous meeting at a Miami show. Their wedding was a vibrant celebration of Malaysian, Chinese, and Bengali traditions, featuring a sunset cruise, henna stations, Chinese tea ceremonies, and Western-style vows, all complemented by a menu emphasizing excellent Asian cuisine, a nod to Ng's comedic roots. Dressed in a fusion of cultural attire, the couple's emotional moment as Sabrina walked down the aisle was captured amidst lush flowers and a string quartet, culminating in a dance to Jackie Chung's love ballad. The story underscores how love, humor, and cultural heritage intertwine, creating a fairy tale wedding that reflects Ng's comedic and personal identity, celebrated through a joyful, multicultural festivity. South China Morning Post also reports on Hong Kong's emerging role in addressing Asia's climate finance gap, with insights from the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, AIIB. Lim Kim Si emphasizes that despite a global pool of over $200 trillion in assets managed by pension funds, sovereign funds, and private investors, Asia remains underfunded for its $1.1 trillion annual climate investment needs, with a shortfall of about $800 billion. Hong Kong's sophisticated financial infrastructure, deep capital markets, and clear sustainable finance taxonomy position it as an ideal hub to attract and channel global institutional capital into climate projects across Asia. Recent initiatives include a $549 million Hong Kong dollar denominated bond issued by AIIB and a surge in green debt issuance, reflecting growing investor confidence. Lim advocates for blended finance models and regional cooperation, highlighting Hong Kong's leadership and convening power in green finance, which can help mobilize private sector investments for climate mitigation and adaptation efforts across diverse economies, from vulnerable Pacific islands to rapidly industrializing nations like Indonesia and Bangladesh, underscoring the city's critical role in advancing sustainable infrastructure and regional climate resilience. The South China Morning Post vividly depicts the alarming rise of zombie juice, a dangerous club drug infiltrating Asia's nightlife, particularly in Japan. This potent sedative, etomidate, once confined to medical settings, has transformed into a clandestine recreational drug, often inhaled via flavored e-cigarettes by teenagers and young adults. The story recounts harrowing incidents, including a young woman in Okinawa who collapsed after inhaling the drug, and police crackdowns that have led to arrests and increased regulation across the region. Authorities are working tirelessly, collaborating internationally to curb the trafficking of this drug, which is often disguised as a seemingly harmless vape. Public health officials warn that these illicit vapes are indistinguishable from legal ones, leading to dangerous, sometimes deadly, consequences for unsuspecting users. The narrative underscores a regional panic over the dark side of vaping, as governments in Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and mainland China tighten control measures, recognizing the profound threat posed by the drug's widespread, covert use. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post reports on Hesai Group's ambitious expansion in the burgeoning autonomous vehicle industry. The Chinese LiDAR sensor manufacturer, now the world's largest, successfully raised 4.2 billion Hong Kong dollars in a Hong Kong listing, signaling strong investor confidence amid a global push towards smarter cars. With plans to double production capacity, Hesai aims to meet the soaring demand for affordable, high-quality LiDAR sensors used in autonomous driving systems. The company's sensors, priced at around $200, are now accessible enough for mass automotive deployment, with key deals including supply contracts with European automakers and U.S. robotaxi firms. Hesai's strategic international expansion, including new factories in Southeast Asia and increased overseas sales, reflects China's rapid advancements in electric and autonomous vehicle technology. Industry analysts highlight that as China's EV market evolves, with more vehicles equipped with Level 2 or higher autonomous capabilities, the company's growth trajectory is poised to accelerate, positioning China as a formidable player in the global mobility revolution. The South China Morning Post also details a significant geopolitical and economic development, China's strategic energy partnership with Russia. During a high-profile summit in Beijing, Chinese and Russian leaders announced the construction of the Power of Siberia 2 pipeline, a 2,600-kilometer conduit designed to bolster natural gas supplies from Russia to China. This deal, coupled with increased gas exports via existing pipelines, aims to solidify energy ties amid Western sanctions and geopolitical tensions. The move not only enhances Russia's efforts to diversify its markets away from Europe but also challenges U.S. dominance in the global energy sector. China's willingness to support Russian energy firms through yuan-denominated bonds underscores its broader strategy to strengthen economic ties and reduce reliance on Western financial systems. This energy alliance, motivated by both economic necessity and geopolitical considerations, could reshape the global energy landscape, providing China with more reliable and cost-effective energy supplies while positioning Russia as a key player in Asia's energy future. The South China Morning Post vividly illustrates Shanghai's rising allure among young Koreans, capturing the city's vibrant energy, rich history, and eclectic architecture. The article recounts how Shanghai has recently overtaken Tokyo and Hong Kong as the preferred weekend destination for Korean travelers, especially after China announced visa-free travel for Koreans during 2025. Visitors are captivated by the city's historic sites, such as the former French concession with its retro brick buildings and lively cafes, which serve as a living testament to Shanghai's cosmopolitan past. The iconic Bund, with its grand neoclassical and Art Deco buildings, stands as a symbol of the city's layered history and international ambitions, offering a visual journey from the 1920s to the present. Social media feeds showcase the city's photogenic skyline, bustling coffee culture. Shanghai now boasts the world's highest number of cafes, and culinary delights like Xiaolongbao and Mala Hot Pot, which attract food lovers eager to indulge in Chinese cuisine. The city's seamless digital infrastructure, with widespread cashless payment options and friendly interactions with locals, enhances its appeal, making it a modern, welcoming metropolis where history, modernity, and social vibrancy intertwine. The South China Morning Post details the innovative strides of Shuimu Biosciences, a Chinese biotech startup challenging Western dominance in the field of cryo-electron microscopy, cryo-EM. Founded in 2017, Shuimu has developed its own state-of-the-art cryo-EM machines, marking China's entry into a technology once monopolized by U.S. giants like Thermo Fisher Scientific. CEO Alan Guo highlights how geopolitical tensions, particularly the U.S.-China tech war initiated by Donald Trump, propelled the company to innovate independently, resulting in their totem cryo-EM model, priced significantly lower than foreign counterparts yet matching their resolution standards. The company's integration of artificial intelligence with cryo-EM technology, supported by investments from ByteDance, aims to accelerate data analysis and protein structure modeling, positioning Shuimu as a formidable player in drug discovery and structural biology. With a revenue target of 250 million yuan this year and plans for an IPO in 2027, likely in Hong Kong, Shuimu exemplifies China's ambition to become a leader in cutting-edge scientific innovation, reducing reliance on foreign technology and expanding its influence in the global biotech arena. The SCMP opinion piece critiques Hong Kong's recent anti-smoking legislation, emphasizing the importance of cautious and strategic implementation. While the city has introduced stricter controls, including bans on possessing or using alternative smoking products in public spaces and restrictions on flavored cigarettes, excluding menthol, the measures have sparked debate. Supporters argue that a phased approach, prioritizing the ban on non-menthol flavors favored by youth, is prudent to prevent pushing consumers toward black markets. Critics, however, worry that such partial bans undermine broader public health goals, especially as Hong Kong aims to reduce its smoking rate from 9.1%. The article advocates for comprehensive enforcement, including banning vaping devices and addressing street smoking, which detracts from the city's image and health standards. It also calls for clearer communication of rules in multiple languages at key tourist and border points, alongside educational campaigns targeting schools, to ensure effective compliance and safeguard public health while maintaining Hong Kong's reputation as a global city. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.